One of the other big items for you this year, a couple of months ago, the legislature passed the budget. It included the governor's big agenda item for the year, raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour. A lot of people, yourself included, and the chamber at the time, questioned the impact that dramatic of an increase over the next 5 years could have on employers here in the North Country, especially small businesses. The deal reached with the governor will raise the minimum wage to $12.50 an hour upstate by 2019. Then it'll do a study to gauge the impact on employers and the economy before then raising it to $15 an hour over the next few years to by 2021 or 2022. Yeah. Was that a fair compromise?
The whole thing is unfortunate. It's going to have unintended consequences. You can already see in the fast food restaurant sector. I mean, they're going to electronic ordering.
Right.
And by the way, when you order, that's being handled by someplace else that's talking back to you through the microphone. It's going to displace a lot of those entry-level jobs for our young people and others. That first rung in the ladder, that if you don't have the first rung in the ladder, there's a lot lower chance you're ever going to get to a second or third rung in the ladder. So it's unfortunate. It's done. It's not going to be reversed. We understand that. I mark my words, however, and watch what starts happening in January. Not necessarily from the governor. I think he means what he says when he says something. But from our friends in the legislature, particularly our downstate friends, particularly those in the state assembly, they won't honor this deal. They'll be back right out of the gate in January saying, oh, we need to accelerate this. And they'll have all these reasons why, we need to bring that, we need to get to $15 faster, and we need to eliminate that separate upstate wage versus the downstate. And they'll be pushing, and they'll be pushing. And so for the next 3 or 4 years, expect every year for us having to slug just to hold to the deal that was made. Never mind reversing it. Nothing will be reversed on it, but they'll try to accelerate it.
You think 15 is inevitable? Other states,
it is now.
Oregon and other states have actually gone to different minimum wages in different parts of the state. You don't think upstate could stay at $12.50 and that's already past that point?
We will have to fight for that. But it's always a tough fight once it's been defined the way it is now. All of the weight will be not only to carry it out, but potentially to accelerate it. And so that's going to be the real kind of cause celeb for the business community upstate over the next 2 to 3 years, is going to be just a difficult challenge, even just to hold to what was just passed and not make it worse faster.
And you really think it's going to hurt businesses in the North Country?
Oh, there's no question about that. Now, I think those that talk about economic justice, I think frankly they don't care about that. It's just a matter of what seems to be fair. And in their mind, fairness, never mind the consequences of those that get hurt along the way. The ones who will be hurt the most are the real small mom and pop businesses who are going to decide not to have that extra personnel or let that waitress go who's worked for them for years. They just can't afford to carry anymore because they're not making ends meet. There's going to be thousands of those little untold stories over the next couple of years that are unfortunate.
Or have trouble finding workers because other places like fast food restaurants already are paying $50 an hour.
And that's true too. And we have good industrial employers in this area who are starting people at $12, $13 an hour. Now you get in and you prove yourself, you can work your way up to 15, 16, 17. But now when the fast food restaurant down the street is starting at 15, now the psychology becomes, well, no job should be less than 15. And so that's part of the reality that's been created too, is that it's not 12. The psychology is, well, nobody should work for less than 15. I know somebody at McDonald's, they're making 15. Why would I work here for less than 15? So there will be again, unintended consequences. There will be employers who can't be here because they can't start their people at that level, and therefore you don't get all the other jobs that come because that just makes things untenable for them.